A very big thank you to the person that recommended this show to me because by episode 2, I found myself researching adoption and human trafficking laws in Nigeria. Did you know that abortion is a crime punishable with prison time in Nigeria? For you, the medical practitioner involved, and even if you have a friend that said, let me just escort you, that one too is going to prison. Baby Farm. Welcome to my channel. My name is Joseph and I am the film fanatic. Baby Farm is a 2025 drama that tells the story of Adanna, a pregnant woman who just loves to trust anybody that isn't her parents. She runs away from home and finds herself part of a diabolical baby factory scheme that threatens the safety of her and her pregnancy. This is a very good one. The story is very interesting and gets better with each episode. And what makes this clear is that the first episode is actually quite bad because where were you people rushing to? A lot was happening and they were just jumping from scene to scene without giving us chance to connect with the character that we're supposed to be invested in, making it very obvious that we are just watching something and not experiencing a story. In case you are confused, the latter is better. They honestly didn't even need to start her story in the village. It could have started with her arriving in Lagos or with her first job and then allow us to connect with her by giving her a chance to tell her story the same way they did for Ebon. In the conversation she had with the father, they didn't even show the guy's face because the nigger was not important. Please, allow the story to breathe. A slow-paced beginning would have worked wonders for this show, but like I said, it does get way better. The story developed very well and the climax delivered. There was very good tension and I felt the stakes. The characters were also really good. Again, the questionable way it started can throw anybody off, but by the end of the second episode, a handful of characters felt like individuals and there were a good number of thorough relationship dynamics. Almost all the important characters display complex goals and motivations that is far from being one-dimensional, so thank you. One character I feel that would have greatly benefited from better pacing and smarter development is Rita Dominic's character. We get the sense that she is an impulsive and stubborn diva that wants to have it all, the glamour of stardom and the fulfillment of motherhood. But a lot of these signs were sprinkled in the story and not fleshed out. That does not mean her acting did not deliver. In fact, all the actors in this show deserve a round of applause. Come on. But the star was undoubtedly Genoveva. My prayer for her is that she gets the director and the script that will allow her star quality to shine because I genuinely believe we have not seen her best. After the roadside accident that was Suki, it is very nice to get a breakout star lead a film or series that actually knows how to act. Onyinye delivered a wonderful protagonist and carried the show very well. A very small issue I had with this show is that I feel it should have leaned more into comedy. There were a lot of missed comedic timings and joke opportunities that I genuinely felt would have helped keep people engaged and more interested. Maybe this is because of my own messed up sense of humor because I genuinely feel dark humor is the best humor. But nobody ever said comedy movies can't address very serious themes. The last annoying thing about this show was the cinematography. Unsurprisingly, it was quite basic and there wasn't too many, if any, outstanding shots or sequences. But what was with the annoying letterboxing? In case you don't know, letterboxing is essentially when movies or shows display a wider or narrower screen with black bars at the top or bottom. Yeah, essentially like this. It's supposed to make the whole thing feel serious and cinematic. Why was it used here? Especially as I said, there is nothing outstanding with the way this series was shot. I really want to appreciate the costume design of this show, especially with the outfit that the makers were wearing. The uniform was a very smart way of letting us know that these women were imprisoned, but the design shows subtle signs of trying to feel homey and inviting with the bright colors. Even if the show didn't tell you, you just know that they were her idea. One thing that was addressed very well in this show is crime and privilege in Nigeria. It's easy to wonder why it's this couple that is doing this operation, but the show addresses it in such a very intelligent way that will make anybody say, Not to talk of the disparity between the privileged and the less privileged. How less privileged people are easily taken advantage of regularly, and how privileged people easily hide their vices behind their affluence. There's also the matter of parenting and responsibility. Even on top all her senseless decisions, we can see Ada's struggle to do right by her kids. Even the sense of responsibility this one had towards the girls is actually quite noble. In conclusion, this is a fair 7.5. You should watch it because it is a very good story with an amazing cast that was told somewhat well, but the climax still delivered. Please forgive the terrible beginning. Sidebar, whenever I share what I rate something, it is always going to look like this. Yes, it is over 10, and yes, I am very certain of what I am rating it because it is not when I started this channel I started rating what I watch. So if I give something 6 and I give another one 4, I am implying that one was better. As usual, if you want to show your support or just show some love, drop a like because it means the world to me. If you've seen Baby Farm, please comment your thoughts so that we can keep the conversation going in the comment section. If you've not seen it, please comment also if you are going to see it because it is available on Netflix and it is Definitely worth the watch. As usual, if you are new, subscribe because I post film related content every week. Before I go, I want to share some very amazing news with you guys that I am very excited about. Your boy is on his way to become a published author. I can't stop smiling when I talk about this thing. My debut novel is going to be coming out under the Roaring Lion Newcastle. They recently announced myself and two other talented writers as new authors joining their pride. If you want to know more about that, the link to my Instagram is in the description box, but be assured I will be updating you guys along the way. That is another reason to drop a like. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and you will definitely see me soon.